Malmö.
And we go live now to William Lee Adams, author of Wild Dances, My Queer and Curious Journey to Eurovision. He joins us live from Malmö. Thank you so much for taking the time to be with us. So it was pretty tight at the top. Switzerland, of course, prevailing. What do you think essentially pushed them to victory?
Good evening, Helena. Great to be here. I think Switzerland brought a really unique product. This song spans different genres, from drum and bass to R&B to rap, and it had beautiful staging to match. It tells the story of a young person's journey to discovering that they're non-binary. They say they're neither male nor female, and that balancing act, figuring that out, is brought to life on stage with the singer balancing on I guess you could call it a satellite dish, some kind of space plate, and there's a lot of balancing going on. It takes very strong thigh muscles, but you get the sense of a struggle, and I think people connected with that sense of struggle. Certainly the professional jury did. They put this first. The public put it down in fourth, but a good showing in both halves of the judging.
I mean, William, it was certainly quite tense, wasn't it, leading up to this finale? I just wonder, did that atmosphere carry through on the big night? How did it feel?
Absolutely. The fact is, Eurovision is meant to be a joyous celebration of music, people putting down their arguments and coming together through song. And we've not really felt that this year. Most notably this evening, when the Israeli singer took to the stage, there was a mixture of cheering and booing. And the booing side of the audience was trying to outdo the cheering side, and it was escalating. And you heard this particularly at the end of the song. Viewers at home, however, wouldn't have noticed, because producers want to keep the air of stability and happiness, so they piped in fake applause over it. But in the arena, it felt incredibly tense. And indeed, artists afterwards, after they performed, gave messages like, "Let there be peace, let us come together," because they felt they had to do something to calm the crowd and let the world know they were aware of the tensions here on the ground.
And so after this, do you think the EBU, of course, which organises this, will have to go back home, incidentally to Switzerland, and have a conversation about where it goes from here?
It's a really interesting question. In terms of Israeli participation, the EBU has always been clear. This is a competition between broadcasters and not a competition between governments. Because of that, they say, we should invite everyone so they can be in dialogue with each other. I don't think the EBU's stance on that specific issue will change. However, they may want to work on their communications. Throughout the past 2 weeks, the Eurovision fortnight, we call it, there have been a series of incidents, and the EBU hasn't always responded quickly. For instance, with the disqualification of the Dutch contestant, there's still a great deal of ambiguity about what happened. And I've spoken to lots of Dutch reporters, journalists, members of their team, and they want answers, and they want them fast. So
let's cast ahead then to next year. Of course, it'll be being held in Switzerland. Geneva is the home to the EBU. Lugano, if I'm not mistaken, might have been where the first Eurovision Song Contest, I think, was held. Do we have any indication which city, which region might play host?
Well, fans in the press room have been joking. They're going to call the show Feel the Burn and take us to Bern, Switzerland. But the fact is, we just don't know. Most countries stage an internal bid process because there are a lot of tourism dollars at stake. So you can expect over the summer, Switzerland's government to put out an open call to cities. They'll have to file a brief to suggest why they should be the city, and we'll go from there.
And I do have to ask you on a personal note, now that we know that the voting has concluded, and of course we know who the winner is, did you have a favourite entry this year?
So I sided with the people. The televote winner, Croatia, was my personal winner. The singer was Baby Lasagna. These are good carbs, so don't worry. And the song was not cheesy at all. It was called Rim Tim Taggy Dim. He was rocking out. He had neon cats on the stage. I'm actually wearing the cat t-shirt. And this song, while it sounds silly, it actually carries an important message. It tells the story of someone leaving Croatia in pursuit of better opportunities and the pain that comes with that. At one point, the singer looks to his cat and says, "Please meow back." But the cat's not meowing, and it really breaks the singer's heart.
There's nothing more Eurovision than that. William Lee Adams, author of the book Wild Dance, My Queer and Curious Journey to Eurovision. A real treat to talk to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Helena.